Stop motion photography, a type of animation where objects are physically manipulated to simulate motion. And you can use just about any object or drawing to make a stop motion photography. Basically, you take the object, you move it slightly, take a picture, move it slightly again, take a picture. You put all those pictures together to make a video. Claymation is one of the more popular ways that stop motion animation can be created. But you don't have to use clay, you can use dolls or action figures. And I'm going to demonstrate a very simple way to create stop motion animation using PowerPoint. Now normally, once you have a bunch of pictures together, you would use a movie editor like Premiere Pro, Camtasia, Final Cut Pro, something like that. But if you don't have access to those, a lot of people through their schools might have access to PowerPoint. So let's look at a way to do it in PowerPoint. Now I'm starting with a very simple clay figure, and all I'm going to do is move the clay figure a little bit, then take a picture. Move it a little bit more, take a picture. Move it a little bit more, take a picture. And in stop motion animation, the smaller the movements, the better your animation will come out in the end. So you definitely don't want to move it as much as I demonstrated there. Normally, a good stop motion animation video would have hundreds of thousands of photos. Just for demonstration purposes, I moved that clay figure around and I took 67 photos for each movement. And I put them all together in one folder for easy access. And note that my camera named and numbered each photo for me, which is going to be important because I need the photos to be in order. And the camera I used created JPEGs, which is one of the types of pictures that PowerPoint will recognize. We're going to put all these in PowerPoint. And there are probably a dozen or so formats that PowerPoint will recognize, like bitmaps, TIFFs, and GIFs or GIFs. Now let's get our folders into PowerPoint. I've opened up a new instance of PowerPoint, and normally when we add pictures to PowerPoint, we would click on the Insert tab, go to Pictures, insert a picture, and we need one picture per PowerPoint slide in order to make our stop motion animation video. But as you can see, this will get sort of tedious. If I did it this way, I would go to Insert, New Slide, Blank Slide, Insert Picture, and then insert picture number 2, and so on. But if I have 100 photos, that's just not practical. How do we get all of our photos into PowerPoint at once and put one photo per slide? We use that with the photo album feature. So I'm going to delete that photo and we're going to start from scratch. So instead of going to insert picture, we'll go to photo album, new photo album, insert picture from file disk, and then I'm going to click the top photo, hold down my shift key, and then I'm just pressing the down arrow key to select every object, and then click insert. And I want the pictures to fit the slide, which is already defaulted here, and I'll click create. Now I don't need this first slide titled Photo Album, so I'll simply click on it and press delete on my keyboard. And now I have one picture per slide, and I'm pressing my down arrow key, and note as I press, it kind of looks like the object is moving. Now I mentioned earlier that the more photos and the smaller the movement, the better it looks. Also, the faster you move through the photos, the better it's going to look as well. So our next step basically is to create a video of these slides. To do that, I'm going to go to File, Export, create a video, and notice here at the bottom, seconds spent on each slide. I'm going to change that to 0.01. So basically 0.01 seconds per slide. I'll click Create Video. I'll give it a name. It's going to create an MP4. If you prefer a WMV, you can select it here. You have the choices between those two. And I'll click Save. And we can see it working here at the bottom. Of course, if you had more photos, this would take much longer. The video has rendered. So now I'm going to go to the folder where it was saved. Here is the claymation video. Let's double click to play it.